Argentina is next after El Salvador. You want to know the last information about the crypto world? Yes, then smash that like button because it's time for crypto news. Fun on the right, crypto a tope. We have very good news today, come from Argentina, but for Argentina somehow cost Bitcoin is setting a new all-time high against the Argentine peso, but at the same time it's a very good piece of information because this is hope for Argentina. You can't rely on the peso, but you still have Satoshi Nakamoto and you still have Bitcoin. Bitcoin about to break the 10 million Argentinian pesos milestone, having increased by over 85x since 2019. Go for Bitcoin in Argentina and go for the pro Bitcoin Argentine presidential candidate Javier Milei that was leading the polls and finally won. So happy. Now he has time still to win the elections. Those were the primaries, something like that. I really get it because I don't know anything about politics, but see how crazy in Argentina elections are. Here in Las Heras Mendozas, you have this military guy telling people that if you want to vote for this guy, Javier Milei, you can, because you have no papers there for that candidate. But the rest of the people can go in and vote for the others. And those want to vote for this guy, Pro Bitcoin, they have to use a white paper so they can't vote. So crazy, still crazy world we're living in, but hopefully this guy wins, and that's good thing for Bitcoin. Again, now they need to win again on October the 22nd, and maybe even it would be necessary another round to around 19th of November. So if this is something real and we go to November, well, that would be the day after Miss Universe take place precisely in El Salvador, November 18. That will be the 72nd Miss Universe competition in the world. Maybe this is a very good timing for being in El Salvador. Now we have a very, very nice excuse. Bukele, why don't you invite me to the ceremony and I'll go there with my team to pay a visit to El Salvador. Nayib Bukele has done a lot of things there, and now even JP Morgan is just saying that's true in this report that I leave you below in the links. Also the translation to Spanish, and basically you can see there deflation, also how the economy is doing better and better, then that now they can't deny. Even JP Morgan is saying this is true right now. And what about Argentina and El Salvador? And not just those, also what about Honduras and Nicaragua? If you see their flags are similar, maybe this is a sign. Maybe El Salvador was the first country with this flag in order to come into Bitcoin. Maybe now Argentina will be the second, and then Honduras, and then Nicaragua, and then the rest of the world. Hopefully so. Maybe we have to turn Bitcoin logo, Bitcoin colors to blue and white. Maybe so. Remember that in Honduras, we told you in so many crypto news, they are pro Bitcoin somehow. More and more places they're accepting Bitcoin, like here in Roatán, Honduras, you can see the use of Lightning Network. And this is not just America in the south or in the middle, also in the north, in United States, you have potential candidates, potential presidents of the United States next year telling you good stuff about Bitcoin. Like Kennedy Jr., Bitcoin mining is potentially a huge benefit to the environment. Well, they told us that was the reason for the climate change, and now it's a huge benefit for the environment. This is quite crazy. It's really important revenue stream that makes renewable like solar and wind generation facilities more profitable by using the extra energy when demand is low. So thank you, Robert Kennedy Jr., for those words, and hopefully when he is in office, he will approve the ETF that was denied to Cathie Wood and ARK. So we have no spot ETF yet. And when is this going to be approved? Well, we can see what the former SEC official has to say. And he's saying in this article, I leave it to you in the description, but I ask to ChatGPT to summarize it, that it all depends on the elections next year. Because if the ones in office remain in office right now, they are not going to approve it. Why? Because they told you it's a bad idea, and now they are not going to change gears. So we need, especially a president that is Republican. That would be a very good thing. So maybe Trump finally is going to defend Bitcoin, or maybe, as we know, Suarez or also Ramaswamy. Those are one of the best options. Also DeSantis, all those told good stuff about Bitcoin. But also consider that in the Democrat side, Kennedy is the one telling you all this good stuff about Bitcoin. So we'll see if we have a good candidate. And remember that Donald Trump is not a friend of Bitcoin. He's just a friend of the dollar or whatsoever, whatever. But you can see that he earned $500,000 and he's holding that on Ethereum through its NFTs. So he's skeptical on crypto, but he has $500,000 in Ethereum, as we just knew. Any case, for that ETF, we have new deadlines now. That would be September, October, and then January or March 2024. For March 2024, that would be related with the halving event on April. So it makes sense that we go all the way along to the final deadline. But this might push Bitcoin price. And as Satoshi Flipper is telling us here, maybe we just need to fill in the blanks like we did in previous halving years. You can see previous to 2020 here that we are in a very similar situation, and maybe then we will start going up like crazy. You have to consider adoption is getting bigger all over the world. Now Singapore Red Cross enabled crypto donations. Bitcoin is still between $30,000 and $2,888, which is quite boring, but we are following the plan. The plan was that dollar will go through these lines. I'm nailing it. As you are going to call me the counter indicator, well, I defend myself right now. I'm just nailing it, and crypto going down. Remember, in September, in the end of August, I predict this might change. And also, you see that we are nailing this line for support. So, so far, so good for Bitcoin. Again, we are finding support in the moving average weekly of 20. The market trying to be green. Some bubbles are in the green, like X, like PLS, like HBAR, Pepe. Why? Well, I went to CoinMarketCap and I see no news for Hex or Pulse Chain, neither for Hedera. So is this just a speculation? The market still neutral, but we fear Sam Bankman-Fried that is in jail already. And now they send him there because of intimidating witnesses and tainting the jury pool. So bad for him. He's in a New York jail right now waiting for trial. Ethereum playing again with the moving average of 100 days. This is getting old, this is getting boring. And if you want to know about the rest, go to DEXTools.io, where we follow every day the chart for Pepe, and it's going stronger. Now we see a very strong point here with these two random lines from the past. So we'll see around this level what happens with Pepe. And about trolls and meme coins, Elon Musk calling a chicken for Mark Zuckerberg, that he's saying it's time to move on because Elon is not serious about the case match. Then Elon Musk trolling again, can't wait to bang on his door tomorrow. They are sharing some information about their communication. So Elon proposed to go train in his octagon, but Mark Zuckerberg doesn't want to train. So they are not getting an agreement for that fight right now. And maybe in the future, their fight will be like this one with the robot, like this slap competition. You can see there how not fear for the robot there, but then you can see that the robot won. So robots are winning on chess, but they are winning also on slapping competitions, and then they dance like humans. Crazy stuff. Beware of the robots, because now we are giving them a bad time. Like this mean girl, really mean girl, is having this robot pass a really bad time. And what when those revenge in the future? So careful with that. And again, about this meme coin war, remember DEXTools.io is your tool, and they are inviting us with a 30% discount if you want to meet in Galicia, Spain, 28, 29, 30th September. If you are a rider, if you are one of the first 20, then you'll have a 30% discount in a ticket that is quite cheap, in my opinion. Coin tracking also partners from FunOntheRide, 10% discount in the description. If you didn't saw the tax report, the guide for Portugal is a huge, interesting present. And now you need to know that more and more exchanges are there in coin tracking, so you can use the APYs and you can use the CSVs and then follow your portfolio like a pro. And more partners round up. Remember, 5%. We are getting there. And I told you, I will tell you today about the Rands Contributors Program. So I'm going to tell you, you have this link in the description to Medium, where you know everything about that. So if you like Rand and you want to be one of the first, the most interested people in the future token for the platform, the utility, 100% utility token, well, you can be a contributor right now. You can go here and do some tasks, and then you'll have advantages for that. We'll go in deeper detail in the future. Link in the description if you don't want to wait. Follow Rand up on Instagram, as you can follow Cristiano Ronaldo, that we knew from Healthy Pockets that he is the first in the world to achieve 600 million followers all over the world. Why is this important? Well, because now we know through Matt Wolf, this girl has a lot of followers too, but the thing is that she's not like Cristiano Ronaldo. She is not real. She is AI created, and the thing is that she is earning $10,000 per Instagram post and now has 8 figures net worth. But she's not human, but she has money. This is what Andreas Antonopoulos told us nearly 8 years ago. You want to learn about Andreas Antonopoulos? Follow the video you have in the description. And here he told us how a taxi can be owned by an entity that is not real, but still has a lot of money.
Bitcoin doesn't care. You can be software and you can own money. Software can own money. Let me say that again. Software can own money. We don't know what that does, but let me give you just one example. Uber, Bitcoin, self-driving cars. Combine those three together and you have the self-owning taxi. A car.
The self-owning taxi, a car that owns itself. It has money and there's no people around it whatsoever. Crazy stuff for Bitcoin. Sometimes so follow on Google Trends, sometimes not. And here you have from 2014 the countries where this is more interesting. South Africa is there, and in 2021 you can see El Salvador is #1, but also you have some others, like for example Nigeria still there, Slovenia, Netherlands, Austria, Switzerland, Germany, Belgium, etc., etc. So interesting to follow countries with interest in Bitcoin. And you can see there how little by little Bitcoin is going to be adopted, like maybe this technology in the future. A tricycle that is also a horse. Crazy stuff. Let's just drink a little bit of Bitcoin and consider cool technology like this chroma key. You can see how in the top image you are just walking around a green set, but then you have whole different world in the other picture. So interesting, and consider that we come from this technology. Remember these songs? These sounds? This is our past, and now we're going to a futuristic world. Still we have their piñatas, but be careful with piñata because you can die like a transformer there if you go too early to eat. We also found today Snoopy just flying with its house, probably with a drone hiding there. Crazy, silly stuff here in FunOntheRide, where we found this dog that is playing, self-playing with this machine that will throw the ball. The dog will catch it and then throw it again. And this is a non-stop play, so you can relax there and grab a beer. Also, cats are driving themselves like this one. He knows how to do it. Incredible, the development for cats. And they are starting to know them in the mirrors. Like this guy just understand that it has ears and wants to touch them to see if those are real or not. Yes, this is my ear. Crazy, crazy stuff for this cat. Also, some of them still trying to find the reflection. So be careful there. Do not be your own enemy like this guy. And do not fight some others like this. So unfair. Boxer cat. This guy knows how to do some jiu-jitsu. So now can eat alone until he doesn't finish. The rest have to wait. And what about this guy that convinced his friend to have a rabbit massage? So cool stuff. I envy this today so much. And what about this guy? So funny because there's nothing that you'll see on the internet that is more cute than this guy. Come here, my friend. You are so, so lovely and cute. Or maybe this one. Well, I'm tired of all this crypto news today. Let's rest then. We have no more time today. But remember, we will always bring you the last information about the crypto world here in Crypto News, FunOntheRide, health, money, love, party in peace, and the best is yet to come. To the moon!